Good morning. It's the 1st of May. It's a Monday. It's a May Day bank holiday. This is my grandson, Austin. Myself and my wife, Louise, we're about to embark on the North Coast 500, doing the anti-clockwise route around Scotland. So we're setting off from Preston this morning. I've always been a little bit, shall we say, reluctant with regards to going up to the far northern reaches of this great kingdom that we are inhabiting because of a film in the early 70s called The Wicker Man, starring Edward Woodward.
I'm not going to Scotland.
No, you're not going. You're staying here. Anyway, he's staying. He knows he's staying here.
Yeah.
So we're about to embark on that journey, and I have thoughts in the back of my head about The Wicker Man. So if you've never seen The Wicker Man, the film, the movie, not the modern one, I've been running around, so my glasses are steaming up. Look, the older one. It's very scary. It scared me as a child. And it scared me from ever going to the far northern reaches of Scotland.
It never scared me.
You don't know what happened in The Wicker Man. You've never seen it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sure it's not like that. I'm sure they're very friendly people. So I'll let you know when we're a bit further into the journey. So welcome to the Downs North Coast 500 journey. 500.
No, 500 metres.
What?
journey.
500. And there's Louise. She's coming as well.
Seriously?
Seriously. It's a good note to end. So we're in Scotland. We've been on the road for about 3.5 hours. We're stopping at Kinross Services on the M90. We've decided to come up into Scotland on the eastern side, purely and simply because we've done the western side a number of times. And instead of going up through the middle via Loch Lomond and going up that way via the Cairngorms, we thought we'd gonna go via, I've always wanted to cross the Forth Road Bridge, so we did that, which was great, and obviously took a picture of the railway bridge, well, Louise did, and then heading sort of up the east on the M90 now, and we're going to go via Dundee and up to Aberdeen and make our way up to the eastern corner, where we'll have our overnight halt. So it's just a quick comfort break, a short stop for a sandwich, and we're on our way again. So after 350 miles and 7 hours behind the wheel, we've stopped at Fraserburgh, and that's right up on the northeast coast of Scotland, north of Aberdeen. And behind me is Sandhaven Harbour. As you can see, the weather probably flatters to deceive. It's more like February than May. It's about 7.5 degrees. So for our overnight stop before we join the NC 500 tomorrow, there's Louise. Say hi, Louise. There's Louise. Before we join the NC 500 tomorrow, we've come out for a walk after all those hours behind the wheel. Just thought we'd stretch our legs and have a walk around and look at the locality. It's very quiet, a few birds chirping, obviously lovely bit of sea air as well, so but yeah, it's been nice to get out. So hopefully sleep well tonight before the day's journey tomorrow, and we'll see what happens as we make our way along the coastline to join the NC 500 route. Oh look, a bit of sunshine. Quick, get it, there it is. Get the sunshine before it disappears. So with that, we'll film again tomorrow, see where we end up. Good morning to our Scottish expedition. They're not quite yet NC 500. We're at Fraserburgh, and we're literally testing new equipment as we go. So the camping gas dual stove with the gas bottle attached. Lack of tools meant the Swiss Army knife to sort the gas connection out. So if you hear a bang, don't blame me. There it is. It's actually quite a nice morning. It's about 8 degrees. And we've been to Sandhaven Harbour just down the road yesterday. And so let me tell you a little bit about Glencoe, just outside Fraserburgh, or Fraserburgh, or Fraserburgh, whichever you prefer. So Greg and his wife, who own this cottage with the land around it, they pretty much came up from the south coast and lived the van life for about 8 or 9 months in this van here. Decided they loved it so much they'd make a new life for themselves on the north coast of Scotland, which is what they've done. And they've set up this motorhome air, and we've got grass pitches just where we are camped this morning, and then you've got these hard standing ones for motorhomes too. Now there's not really an electric provision yet, although he has provided one for that motorhome there. A hookup, we didn't need it. Glenbuchty Cottage, Fraserburgh. At the moment, very early stages for them, and good reviews. Lovely, friendly couple, and £5 it was to stay here for the night. So if you're looking for reasonable, cheap stopovers, obviously there's plenty of places to wild camp when you get onto the NC 500, but you know, there's also some cheap alternatives to paying full price for campsites. So as you come across the road, you'll also see the beach. This is a part of the land that they own as well, this particular headland piece. Couple of stone benches there to look out to sea. Unfortunately, we didn't get the chance to look at the Aurora Borealis last night because of quite heavy cloud cover after the sun went down. So there it is. So Glenbuchty Cottage, Glenbuchty motorhome air or stopover, just £5 for the night. We're going to have breakfast, and then we're going to set off. We're going to head towards this morning. We're going to Elgin, and then we're going to drop down to go to Aviemore. We're going to then go down to Fort Augustus, where we are going to drive northeast upwards of Loch Ness to then go to our Fortrose Bay campsite just outside of Inverness later today. So the drive itself is about 5 hours in duration, and then obviously you've got to factor in your stops and all the rest of it. So that is this morning's little piece from Glenbuchty Cottage, just outside Fraserburgh. I will add as well, just for the film, that just down the road, not very far at all, there is an Asda supermarket, there is a McDonald's, Home Bargains, all that kind of thing. So in terms of being local, you're not in the middle of absolutely nowhere, although of course it does feel like it in that respect, but you've got amenities quite local and quite nearby. So as an overnight stopover, low cost, we'd recommend it just for that reason alone. Right, well, we'll see you on the next segment. We'll see you on the next stage of the trip. Hi there, we're at Loch Ness, and we've come via Fort Augustus, but this morning we went across the west coast, and we went to Elgin, and then dropped down and had a look at Aviemore, and then we came through the hills to Fort Augustus and stopped there for a little while, and then we're on the shores of Loch Ness, where I've been stopping at various places trying to find Nessie. Can't find Nessie, unfortunately, but the views are absolutely stunning. They're phenomenal, and we're working our way up the A82 towards Inverness, where hopefully we can then go to our stopover at Fortrose Bay for the evening. Before then, we officially begin the NC 500 in earnest tomorrow morning. So I've loved it so far. It's been really great. It's been great to come to Loch Ness. It was great to sort of drive up the mountainous roads and passes to Aviemore, and then dropping down from Aviemore again to Fort Augustus. So, and that was a nice stop as well. That's a lovely little area with a few gift shops and the loch and the canal area as well. So it's very nice. and this will do us now until we get to our next stop, probably in Inverness. That's our trusty steed, Mr. Blue Sky, the camper, who's going to take us there. But I'll leave you with the wonderful view of Loch Ness. Hi, right, so for the next segment we have arrived at Fortrose Bay campsite on the Black Isle just outside Inverness. Lovely bay setting, absolutely gorgeous. It's got all the facilities, parked up along with some other motorhomes, that's ours, and a couple more VWs here. Well, there's plenty down there, of course there is, and absolutely beautiful shoreline and beach. And Shannery Point's just down there. We're going to go there later when the tide's high, after 7:30. Apparently you can spot bottlenose dolphins and seals. Whether we will do this time, I'm not so sure, but we'll take a good look. So this is amazing. Obviously there's a lot of facilities locally nearby as well. So in the little town there's shops and restaurants and a pub and things. So that's Fortrose Bay campsite. Hi, so I've come down to the beach on Fortrose Bay campsite, and it's actually quite a large campsite. So as you can see behind me, that's our blue van in the background, and you can see that camping spaces, motorhome pitches, stretches further down the shoreline as well, with obviously access to this rocky beach, and then obviously you've got the dolphin observation point, Shannery Point down there, which we'll be going to later. It's about a 15-minute walk, and then the rest of the bay, as you can see, flows round. So it's really good from a campsite perspective. It's got all the facilities, the shower blocks are clean, toilets are clean, and there's a code on the door so that they're kept locked. Yeah, everything's good. The pitch spaces are really good in terms of the gapping and everything. They're really good. So hopefully be a nice enjoyable night. It's quite a nice evening weather-wise, which also helps as well. So yeah, looking forward to waking up waterside before we rejoin our route after we've had our little stay on the Black Isle, and then we'll make our way up towards John O Groats tomorrow. So that's all for today, so see you soon. Good morning. We are here on the third day of our trip on Embo Beach, which is just outside of Dornie. We've travelled north. We're coming up the coastline now, hopefully this evening, to end up just outside Thurso at our overnight halt. So on our way we'll be taking in places such as Wick and John O Groats, of course. So we're making a few stops along the way, and this is just one of them. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it's called Embo Beach. We stopped in Dornie at Cocoa Mountain for a hot chocolate, which is the right of way recommended in most NC 500 guidebooks. And this is an absolutely beautiful beach, and lovely golden sand and the waves crashing. So another little stop for you to think about if you come along. I can see this on a beautiful summer's day being a gorgeous place. Not that it isn't anyway, but when the weather's absolutely gorgeous, you can see lots and lots of people coming here for a beach day. So that's Embo Beach, just outside of Dornie, and we'll make our way a bit further up the coast. So here we are in John O Groats, and these are the Duncan's stacks. So we came up via Burns waterfalls at Golspie, all up the east coast, and we've yet to see the John O Groats sign. We wanted to come here first. This is absolutely breathtaking, and yeah, definitely I would say on and a beanie hat, and countryside is absolutely immense. It attracts lots of people to come and look. You basically park over the headland, and there's a lighthouse beyond the headland. So another must see for the NC 500. So next we'll take in the St John O Groats sign, and then we'll be camping near Thurso later this evening to continue our journey around the coastline over the next few days. Absolutely amazing views. So look at these, Aussie family. This is Scotland's answer to the 12 Apostles, the Duncansby Stacks. So legend has it that Duncansby did such a fantastic job that they got him a job in St John O Groats Tesco. So I think you'll agree, it didn't do so bad. So there we are, Duncansby Stacks. A bit windy, but you know, we've had worse. Hi, so we are at the Little Croft campsite in Scarfsferry, and the thing that is very similar actually to the first campsite that we stayed in is the couple that run this or own this campsite are actually English and came up after the pandemic to purchase and run a campsite in Scotland, and also chose to keep animals. And the facilities are lovely. Definitely look it up. It's actually not that busy today, but it is relatively quiet, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, there's a little lounge where you can relax if you wish to use it with Wi-Fi. There's toilet and shower facilities, which are very nice. They keep goats, chickens as well, and I think they've got dogs. So and there's the house in the background. So yeah, so it's quite strange. So 2 campsites we've been on, and nobody's speaking the native, which is quite funny really. And the pitch we chose very similar to this empty one here, with electric. So and it's hard standing for the campers and the motorhomes, and there's a camping field as well. So yeah, so this is the end of day 3. Quite a long day, quite a busy day, because we've driven up all the coastline to John O Groats. Duncansby Stacks were absolutely awesome, and also the waterfalls that we mentioned earlier on. So a very busy, action-packed NC 500 for us, but you know, that's the way we wanted it. So here's the van. So whilst we've been on our travels, there's a couple of new additions to the van. So we've got the Route 500 sticker there now, just under the Lake District sticker, and then further along we've got Nessie as a tribute to Loch Ness, and we'd already got an NC 500 sticker there, and the Scotland flag was from previous visits to Scotland, having been to Loch Lomond and Largs and things like that a few times in the past, and a few other journeys. So that's it from Little Croft at Scarfsferry, but by all means do look it up. I'm sure the reviews are great. I've just had a read through the visitors book, and it is kind of pretty much their first full year in business. So if you're going to do the NC 500, give this one a consideration. Great, okay, right, we'll catch up again tomorrow. So this is day 4. We are on the gorgeous white sands of Far Beach, just outside Betty Hill. It's absolutely gorgeous. Just do a little bit of a panorama as I swing round with the sea in the background. Hopefully you can hear me. It's a little bit windy. But yes, we started off this morning when we left Scarfsferry. We went to Dundee and Aberdeen, which is the most northerly place in the UK mainland. Strathy and Strathy Beach and Strathy Head, and we thought we would stop just outside Betty Hill at Far Beach because it looks absolutely gorgeous. So we've a few more stops to make along the way, but this is our day 4 of our North Coast 500 tour, and as you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous. It really is a case of eat your heart out, Cornwall, these treasures along the Scottish coastline, and largely, it has to be said, uncommercialised, other than those that are taking advantage of doing the North Coast 500 and stopping at these amazing places that, to be fair, a lot of them are so easy to drive past if you were to do so. But stunning views, stunning locations, and you really can't begin to imagine the absolute beauty. As I say, it's a bit windy today, but I mean, we are on the coast, so that's to be expected, but this beach would rival any of those in Cornwall. Fair enough, you might be a few degrees warmer down there, and I'm sure there's days where it's a few degrees warmer than this up here, but absolutely beautiful nonetheless. Another amazing stop is Smoo Cave, just outside Inverness. When you follow the North Coast Road from east to west, and you'll come across Smoo Cave, and when you get there, there's some toilets, a bit of an in-joke, it could also be Poo Cave, anyway we won't go there. So it is actually free to go and see the waterfall. When you go down the steps, you can go down one side and you can come up the other side, and then there's a bridge across the road, which is this one, and you can also see where the cave enters or drops, where the water falls. So you can go down the steps, over the little bridge into the cave, and it's free. They do a tour by kayak, which costs £10 per person in the cave itself. So it looks a little bit unclear on the entrance, as if it's going to cost you £10 to get in. It doesn't, and it's well worth the look. You know, have a good walk round, take your time, and enjoy the views, and enjoy going inside the cave. So another great little stop on the NC 500 ticked off. And just around the corner from Smoo Caves is the absolutely amazing Inverness Beach. It is absolutely beautiful. The blue sea crashing against the golden sand. It's absolutely beautiful. It is a little bit windy, but actually it's not too bad. The sun's shining, and look at these rocks on the beach. They're amazing. They make it look so dramatic, and behind me as well. What a fabulous little stop. Inverness Beach, that's another one to come and have a look at on your travels around the North Coast 500, and you'll see behind me on the cliff top all the vans and camper vans are all there on the cliff top, all looking down onto Inverness Beach. Absolutely gorgeous, so stunning, it's unbelievable. Enjoy the waves and the view and the sounds. It's so dramatic, so unspoilt, I would say, as well. You know, whilst I'm sure there's lots and lots of tourism, this is just, it's about as natural looking as you could get, really. And in the background, just over there where my finger is, you may or may not be able to see it, but there is a waterfall that cascades down. So you'll notice that when you look right, when you come down the entrance. So yeah, enjoy the stop, enjoy the sea. The camper van parked up at the top. Where has it gone? There we are. Almost. No, it's breathtaking, it's gorgeous. I mean, there's many gorgeous beaches on the NC 500, and I'm sure everybody's got a favourite, and I think so far this is mine. So We're on our way to Kinlochbervie, which is where our overnight stop is. You can't book there, you've just got to turn up and see what's available, but looking at what is around, it looks as though there's plenty of places to stay. It's the only night where we didn't actually book anything. We left it free, apart from the very last night of our holiday, which actually we're going to Largs to see some relatives. So we'll probably arrange the accommodation further down the tour, but this is just stunning. So come to the NC 500 soon, you won't regret it. And we have some breaking news coming out of Kinlochbervie Fishing Harbour tonight. Apparently Captain Birdseye has resigned. A spokesperson has said that he is leaving under his own accord and that he has bigger fish to fry. Heath Downs, news at 10, Kinlochbervie. These waterfalls are such a sight to behold. They are about 3 or 4 miles north of Kayescu Bridge, and I'm sorry, I can't even remember the name of them right at this moment. I'm just in awe of this. The only issue is access. From the road you will then need to navigate rocks, and if you're all right on your feet and you've got decent footwear, you should be okay. But I've traversed over these rocks and the water to get to this point so I could see the full view of this magnificent waterfall. In fact, you can see where I'm stood right now. I'm actually stood on a stone with water coursing around it. So Louise, my wife, she'll be wondering where I've got to. She'll be thinking, what the hell's happened to him? So I'm going to get back, but I'm going to leave you with this absolutely gorgeous piece of nature. It is a sight to behold. It's definitely worth clambering to. If you can do it, then do it. There's Smooth Caves, there's Inverness, there's the smaller waterfall that we went to see at Big Burn the other day, which was gorgeous in its woodland setting, but this is just absolutely spectacular. So I'll leave you with the view. Time for me now to make my way back across the rocks. Here we go, some people there. They've gone quite a lot higher than I did. Right, time to get back. Wish me luck. And if you want to do the bone caves, then this is the kind of terrain that you're going to need to master. It's a bit easier than the previous waterfall, but it is a 4-kilometre walk from the road. Don't fly past the car park like we did, but we did come back and find the entrance eventually, had a spot of lunch and then set out on this terrain. So to give you some idea, you're literally walking at the side of the hills to get to the bone caves. Now if you're like us and you've only brought a pair of trainers, then we're managing, I suppose, but maybe recommend some decent shoes. But I've still not got my feet wet yet, which is great. So we're, I'd say, over halfway to the bone caves, and if you can hear me through the wind, then you can tell how blustery it is. But the views, the scenery, everything else is totally breathtaking. So we'll venture on upwards, find our way back to the path, and then find the cave. Very out of breath. Louise is down at the bottom. The final summit was very steep, but here in Bone Caves, I really feel a sense of achievement. I know I shouldn't bring age into it, but I'm 52 and I've just come up that, so you know, the path, I don't know where the path leads to, but I only got to the final part of it after climbing up. So, and obviously at the minute I'm sheltered from the wind, so what I'm going to have to do before I begin my descent, because I'm in a pair of trainers, Adidas, they look like climbing shoes, don't they? Yeah, them laces are a real giveaway. So So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a breath, get some photos, and then I'm going to begin my descent. I honestly didn't think I'd be able to do it, if I'm totally honest with you. I've just seen a pair of Chinese folk literally go down that face on their arse, which is a bit silly really. I'm not prepared to do that, but what I am prepared to do is do it in a zigzag. So there's more than one. This is the first sort of bat cave that I came to, and then there's another one just here. I'll probably come back out into the wind now. Let's just have a quick look. Oh heck, oh dear. And oh wow, there we are. Into another one. Oh blimey, it's a lovely view though, isn't it? Gorgeous. This one feels a bit deeper. I'm not going that far inside. I just wanted to get to the top to say that I'd done it. So, North Coast 500. Wowee, what a challenge. Oh, amazing. I really do feel like Indiana Jones today. Wow. At least I've sheltered from the wind up here, but unfortunately I'm going to try and find my way back down. Yeah, Bone Caves. 4 kilometres of rough terrain, and you are really, well, to be fair, you're pretty much on the stairway to heaven, aren't you? Or hell, whichever way you see fit, really. So, let's have a look down here. So if you're brave enough on the NC 500, do try and wear some decent shoes. The trainers done me well, I've not been down this one, I've been up there, but I've not been trying not to get blown off. I know I've made that joke several times this holiday already. Along this little path here, this does actually lead to something somewhere, I'm pretty sure of. Nice big deep gully bin cut there. I'm just glad of the chance to get the breath back, to be honest. Sheltered from the wind for 5 minutes. There you go. There's another one. So, Neolithic man. If this is what you lived in, then fair play, pal. Oh. Absolutely incredible. Just look at it. Absolutely incredible. Right, okay. I've stayed up here long enough. Time to find my way back to the car. Right, I am as pretty much as high as the Lord will take me right now. Oh, look at that. I'm in the cave, man. I'm in the cave. Oh, right. Let's pray for a safe journey back down. Get to my wife because I'm sure she's worried. So let's try and get back down, shall we? Made it down. Lots of people turned around. Lots of people sort of took one look and thought, not doing that. We had to do it. I got there. Heath Bonington, that's my new name. Just because I said it was. So, my goodness, Bone Caves, NC 500. Done. 4 miles that way now. No problem. So after seeing Bone Caves and scaling the heights, we now come back towards Loch Inver, and this is Ardvec Castle, a 16th century castle once owned by the MacLeods. So, and this is gorgeous because it's on a water backdrop. It's like it's on its own island. Obviously it's a castle ruins, looks really nice. Wind subsided a little bit, sun's come out to play, so we carry on with our NC 500 tour. As we go towards Loch Inver, we've a few more things to see and do before we stay in Clactol later on this evening. So our last stop for today is Stour Lighthouse, and that is beyond Clactol Beach, which is where we'll be camping tonight, or a campsite near Clactol. And again, we've kind of come to the end of this particular piece of land, if you wish. But this is, I'm at the top of the cliff. as you can see below. Very dramatic, absolutely gorgeous. Weather's improved, it's not quite as windy as it has been earlier today, and it's been absolutely gorgeous start of the day, really. Very adventurous with trying to get to the waterfalls and then getting up to Bone Caves, and then now getting to the lighthouse. So that's it for day 5. Time to get camped up, and a big journey ahead tomorrow on day 6. Day 6 is all about Applecross, and the final destination will actually be the Isle of Skye. So day 5's evening halt is at Clactall Beach, not the actual Clactall Beach campsite, because that was full, and that's the site that's next door to where we are. I'm just walking towards a cliff, so bear with me a second. So our campsite in the distance, just there, literally facing the van onto the beach. You'll see my van there somewhere, bear with. Yeah, anyway, there it is. And couldn't get any closer to the beach at all. So we've come for a nice walk. It's still a bit breezy as expected, but the sun's shining nicely. And day 6 is actually going to be quite a big day, because we will drive from here down to Applecross, because we want to do the Applecross Road, or at least the Applecross viewpoint. And then we have a campsite booked in Skye, because my wife Louise has always wanted to visit the Isle of Skye. So that's what we're going to do on day 6, and then day 7 is drop down to Loch Lomond and see family in Largs. So that's the next couple of days mapped out. So this is absolutely gorgeous. Nice if you want to go off grid, because the phone signal pops in and out. You have to be in certain places to get your 3G and your 4G. If you just want to enjoy the gorgeous sandy beach and the beautiful blue sea, it's absolutely gorgeous. Again, scenery breathtaking, as is the norm that we seem to take for granted on the NC 500. Just absolutely breathtaking all the way round. So with that, at the end of day 5, I will broadcast again, film again tomorrow on day 6. Day 6, and we have reached Applecross. We've come round the outside the coastal route, which is very hilly and mountainous, gorgeous views as expected. We are on our way to the Isle of Skye, and we're also going to call in at the castle made famous by being in the Bond movie The World Is Not Enough. That is on our next stop after Applecross. We're just stopping for some fish and chips. It's the coronation day, so there's the coronation playing in the background there. Gorgeous mountains to the background, and then obviously Applecross, the inn behind me, and the little fish and chip shop where we're going to get our lunch from. So yeah, day 6. So we have reached the summit of the Balachnabar viewpoint, just outside Applecross. We're on our way to Eilean Dornan Castle, which is the famous castle from Tomorrow Never Dies, is it? No, The World Is Not Enough. That's it. The World Is Not Enough. Got it. Nearly got it. Car park behind me. There's a nice little memorial stone saying you're at the Balachnabar viewpoint. And as you can see, absolutely gorgeous, beautiful panoramic views. Yet another highlight of the NC 500. So next up, Eilean Dornan Castle. We'll wind our way down the mountainous roads, hopefully get a few more photographs along the way. So NC 500 day 6 in full swing. So tonight we have come to Camping Skye. Lovely journey to Skye. Thankfully the wind's dropped considerably, and it's a really nice evening. Camping Skye, £33 it costs, but you do get all the facilities. So at the back there, there is a laundry room, a washing up room. You've got some modern shower facilities with quite generous cubicles. And yeah, it's a really nice campsite. So this is the end of day 6. And it's just nice to have some calm weather. So it actually feels properly for the first time like shorts and t-shirts with her. Not that I've got any reservations one bit about the last week or so in the Highlands. It's been absolutely amazing and a very extremely worthwhile experience. So that's it from Skye. Tomorrow we head down to Loch Lomond. We might just have a little bit of a drive around Skye prior to sort of setting down, but a big drive to Loch Lomond tomorrow, to a site just outside of Inverness, camping Loch Lomond, which we've stayed at before. Again, same price, actually £33 for the night, but with all the facilities. Again, a really nice site. So but this is Camping Skye. It's lovely to be on the Isle of Skye as well, so hopefully we can see a couple of sites before we leave tomorrow, and then pretty much we're well out of the area of the NC 500, but it'd be great to drop down via Fort William and again stay by the banks of Loch Lomond. So it just seems nice and peaceful here. It's very busy, very well attended campsite as well. Lots of V-dubs. So bye for now. Day 7 sees us on the Glencoe Mountain Resort. We are currently on the chairlift going up to the top, and the return ride costs £15. It's where the conditions are quite fair. It's something I've always wanted to do this, so let's just get some panoramic. There's Louise. Get some panoramic views just behind us. So we're going to Loch Lomond tonight, and it should be a great end to our holiday because we're going home tomorrow. So we're just coming over another station, pillar, whatever you want to call it, just in case I get the drops. And we're going to say hi to some other chairlifters. We're going to see if they say hi back. So are you ready for this? Let's put it to the test. Hi guys. Hi there. There we go. We've got the first lot there. We've got another lot here. I'm sure they're going to say hi back as well. Hi guys. Hello. Oh, we've stopped. What did you have for lunch? Anything nice? Going anywhere nice on your holidays? Oh, Glencoe. Right. Oh, well, never mind. What about the what?
What about us?
Oh, right, yeah. Well, yeah, we're doing all right. It's our anniversary today. Yeah, we've been married 29 years. So we thought we'd come up the ski lift on Glencoe. So, yeah, it's perfect. You're dead right. Nice to see you. Bye.
Oh, such a muppet.
So there you go. So that's a bit of conversation on Glencoe. What happens when the lift stops? Yeah, about another few minutes and we'll be at the top. So great stuff. So it's the end of day 8 and we are finally home after our 1,500 mile journey up to Scotland, around the NC 500, and then back down to Skye, and then across and down to Greenock and down to Largs to see family before we drove home this afternoon. It's been an absolutely amazing experience. I would recommend take some warm clothing, take some hats and things on, especially for the North Coast bit, without a shadow of a doubt. Be prepared. And also, if you're going to go wild camping, experience a couple of days wild camping, book a couple of sites. So that obviously you've got somewhere where you can shower and freshen up if you've just got camper van facilities and you've not got the full motorhome experience. But all in all, extremely rewarding. Quite tiring because every day was busy, especially to do it in a week like we did it. We could have done much more. I'm pretty sure we only scratched the surface as far as the NC 500 was concerned, but every day was an active, busy day. And, you know, it was really rewarding, as well as you know, an amazing experience to see all those sites, experience those views, see the other many thousands of motorhomes and camper vans, you know, all doing the same sort of thing. So it was really good. So enjoy your experience. I hope you had a look at the snapshot of the NC 500 And until the next time, bye.